Hi, I'm Matthew Redden, Managing Editor and Theater Critic from Third Coast Daily, and I'm here with C. Michael Wright, who is here with us to talk about Art, which is opening the season at Milwaukee Chamber Theatre. So tell us a little bit about Art. What's the storyline?
Art is about three friends. One is a dermatologist, I'm playing him, Serge, who buys a very expensive painting, modern art, and it causes real problems in their friendship because Mark, one of the friends, really disapproves of how expensive it was and the kind of art it is. The other friend, Ivan, is sort of the mediator, the middleman who tries to please both sides. But it's all about friendships and how we build friendships and what we base our friendships on and those cracks that come into friendships that sometimes damage them forever and sometimes, get healed.
Now, as the artistic director, you had a role in picking this production as well. What made this play very appealing to you, both in your season as a whole and to start off your season?
Well, I've always loved the play. What really sold me was the director, Tyler Marchant, who is in from Stevens Point. Wonderful, wonderful director, and he has always loved this play, always wanted to do this play. And we've been waiting for the right time. Milwaukee Rep did it back in 2000. We wanted enough time to pass before we did it again. But Tyler had a wonderful approach to the piece. He used Mondrian as a sort of a jumping off point. White with black lines, sort of a grid. And then he also used a lot of blocked primary colors, and Tyler considers each of the three characters one of the primary colors, which is really wonderful visual, but also it's just a wonderful jumping off point in so many ways. That really came about between Tyler and the design team.
Okay.
They did a lot of collaborating and discussing many different approaches, but one big thing Tyler wanted was sort of a pressure cooker. So we're on a platform with a wall, and there's even a ceiling piece above us. So you get that sense of the pressure is on these three friends and the friendship. And he also wanted to get the color, but only when he wanted the color. Mm-hmm. So it can be totally white when the design team and Tyler wants it totally white, or they can pop. There are light boxes back here that pop the primary colors at different intervals.
When you were considering doing the play itself, did you kind of always consider yourself in one of the roles, or did that come about organically?
It kind of happened organically. Years ago, Brian Money and I were asked to do a production at Madison Rep. And I couldn't do it for some reason, but Brian was able to do it. And Brian, who usually acts at American Players Theatre in the summer, told me about a year and a half ago he was going to take this summer off from Spring Green and he'd be in town if something came up. In the meantime, I've been talking to Tyler, trying to decide what play he might do for us, and when Brian said that, I thought all the pieces started to come together.
Right.
I thought Brian and I could finally do the play together, many years later. I think it was about 12 years ago he did that. And Tyler can get to do this piece that he says was on his bucket list.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Tom Klubertans, he was in 1,000 Clowns, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in a number of our shows. He did Moonlight Magnolias, he was in Brooklyn Boy, and then last summer, 1,000 Clowns.
Just specifically focusing on your character, Serge. I mean, he's the one who kind of sets us all off. He buys the painting. Without giving away maybe too much of the plot, what is his motivation for buying the painting? Is it just to have art? Is there something else behind it?
He's recently divorced. To me, he's really attracted to this white painting because he's starting a new life. It's this canvas he can paint a new life on. That's how I sort of embrace it. I just think it's wonderful, the discussion of art. We all have different things we're attracted to, and as an artistic director, I understand that, and I get the opportunity to be like a museum curator and to choose many, many pieces that I think different people will be attracted to. So I can see why someone would love a white painting with just some texture and white lines. I can relate to that because I do think we all respond to different kinds of art. Some people like dance much more than music. Some people like visual art. Some people love theater. Some people find it elitist. Different strokes for different folks.